All righty, you guys. Welcome to this pop-up workshop, how to create a workbook from scratch. Again, you guys, I am so excited that you guys are here. I am through the roof excited because I know I got some action takers in here that are going to rock this out and going to make this a success. Why isn't my video coming up? Alrighty. So first things first, you guys, welcome. Oh no, I think you guys are on the wrong video. If you guys are here, can you comment who's here, please? I want to make sure that you guys are on the right post. Okay, perfect. All right, I wanted to make sure that you guys were on the right post. All right. So, welcome to this pop-up workshop, you guys, how to create a workbook from scratch. Again, I'm so excited. Yes, I see you're here, Sandra. Thank you for letting me know. So excited to share this information with you guys because you guys are going to become authors. And I want you guys to know, let me turn this camera around really quickly. Hello, everyone. Just to let you guys know that I am here. I want you guys to know that becoming an author is the second most respected title in the world. Did you guys know that? The first most respected title is doctor. When someone says they're a doctor, we're just like, whoa. That's a very respected title. The second one right under that is author. So that's what you guys are positioning yourself to do this weekend. And I'm so excited to be a part of it. So I want you guys to get excited about that you guys are going to hold a title that's held in such high esteem. And when you become an author, you guys, you literally create doors where there were once walls. What I mean by that is when someone knows that you are an author, they automatically deem you as an expert in that field. Whatever you choose to write about, you're going to be looked at as an expert in that field. So be ready for that, be prepared for that, and be ready to receive that type of attention, because that's exactly what it does. And you guys know for yourself, if you meet the author of a book that you read, you can't wait to meet him, and you're like, oh my goodness, can you sign my book? Well, guess what? You're positioning yourself to do exactly that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So step number one is to think about your what and your why. This is so important, you guys. And I know we get tired of hearing this. I know we do. I know we get so tired of hearing, but what's your why, and what is the reason why you want to do it? I know for myself, I used to get irritated when I kept hearing this, because I'm like, just give me the information. Just give me the information. What do you mean? Why do I want to do it? And what do I want to do it for? Just give me the information. I just want to do it. But then I realized that if you really don't set a strong foundation with a strong intention, anything can knock you off your course. Meaning, if your why that you want to create this book is to set up a financial structure for your business, for your legacy, that's going to keep you going on the days that you don't feel like doing a particular thing, right? So that's really, really important, is to think about why. And do not be ashamed if you are just doing this for an extra stream of income. I think a lot of people feel like, well, I have to have some kind of big reason why. Honey, let me tell you something. I wrote this because I wanted an extra stream of income, period. That is it. I used my planner on my own, but I sold it for an extra stream of income. So do not be afraid to do something just because it's a stream of income. So if that is your reason, make sure that you're clear about that and move with that same energy. So think about what and why. What kind of book are you going to create and why you want to create it? The second step is to design your workbook in Canva, save it as a PDF, and download it to your computer. Now, this is when I'm going to actually show you guys how to do this. I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with Canva and you know how to, if you know how to use Canva, put a 1. If you don't know how to use Canva, put a 2. Don't know, put a 2. You do know, put a 1. Okay. 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 So for Amanda. Okay, Amanda, oh, where did that go? Does not know how to use Canva. So let me do this. Alrighty. Okay, so this is Canva. This is the back of, or the back end of Canva. And this is how I create all of my workbooks, all of my physical, all of my ebooks, all of my physical books. This is how I create my workbooks. So the first thing you want to do, Amanda, is you want to go into documents. Once you open up your Canva account, I hope you have a Canva account. I actually use the paid version. So I don't know if this is going to look different to you guys if you have if you're using the free version, but I use the paid version, and how I create it is I go into documents. That's what I start with. So I'm going to click on documents right here. Then I'm going to click on the US letter, which is 8.5 by 11. This is the first step. Oh, you're here. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. You're here, awesome. Listen, this is a small group, so I need y'all to ask me a ton of questions. I was shocked and amazed. There were over 34 people that purchased this course, and you guys were the only ones that could be here live with me. So listen, if y'all got questions, this is such an intimate group. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. So this is what I start with, the 8.5 by 11. Then I start by adding your photos. Oh, excuse me. Let me go to text. Let me say this first of all. For this book, many of you guys have this book. For this book, let me tell you guys how I did this. Now, I wrote this book and created it on Canva, but let me tell you how I did it. So I wrote this in my notes section in my, I'm sorry, not notes section, pages. I have Apple everything. So it's pages, right? So I opened up my pages, and that's where I typed all of my content. Okay. I typed all of my content in pages. Once my content was typed in pages, that's when I put it over here onto Canva. Okay. Let me turn this around. I put it over here on Canva. Oh. So it was literally like a copy and paste, which you won't see the copy and paste because there is nothing to actually copy and paste. Let me get over to here. So inside of, this is the planner that you guys, I don't know if you guys have it, but many of you guys just saw that I just launched this planner. So Amanda, this is a great way to show you exactly how I created this. So sorry. I want to show you guys that it started here, right? It started with the 8.5 by 11. Why is it doing that? And then I added the actual content. Do you guys see that I can move this around? Oops. Do you guys see that I can actually move this around? This line can be moved around. All of these lines. I want you guys to write this down because this one People always ask, how do you get the lines? I want you guys to write that font down. It's Trocie. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but it's Troccie. That's the font that you want to use to get that consistent line. There's a lot of times where you'll try and do a line and it's all broken up. It's because the font that you actually have it in. Okay? And so all of these lines, all of these lines are movable. So for this, you see, this is movable. Oh, shoot. This is movable as well. And what this is I go over to the side and I make sure that I'm in Elements and I type in brush line. I type in brush lines and it brings up that one right there. I'm going to click on it. And if you see, it brought it over here. I'm going to change the color on it so you can see it. If you see that color, that is the actual line that's here, but I changed the color so you could actually see it. Do you guys see that? And the same with this box. I typed in square and put the box here. And with the lines, if you can see, these lines are broken up into 2 different sections. So what I did was, let me delete that. So instead of making 6 whole lines, I made 3 and then I clicked it and then just copied it. If you look up here in the corner where I'm pointing, you can duplicate what you just did and line it up, and Canva will help you line everything up. And there it is. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? This is going to be an easy class. If most of you guys know how to use Canva. And here's the cool thing. When you guys are doing workbooks and planners, the only thing that the really cool thing, so January, this is a planner, right? So every single month is going to look the same. So only thing I did was I created this page and this page and this page. And then what I did, so I only created these 3 pages. For those of you guys who have this planner, know that I only created this page, and this page one time. And then what I kept doing was if you look up here, it says duplicate the page. I would duplicate the page and then change the month. So that was January, and then I would just type in February. And then I would go down and I would copy this and I would duplicate this page. And then I would turn that. Do you guys see that? I need everybody to say yes. Yes, you saw what I just did. For those of you guys who are creating planners, I need a yes with an exclamation mark. I think Canva also has some line images. Yes, they do. They actually do. I just like to create my own because then you can manipulate it and do whatever you want. I've tried with theirs and they were all formatted and it wasn't exactly what I needed. So I actually created my own. Okay, good. I say yes, see yes with explanation. Okay, because I saw some yeses. Okay, perfect. Okay, I see yes with explanation. Oh, and Amanda's got it. The one girl who said she was not sure. Okay, perfect. So, and then for this, same thing. This is the brush line. I just made it bigger. Right? Going to have to look at it again in the replay. No problem. You guys watch the replays often. Okay, so do you see I just made this smaller? It's the same thing. It's the same thing as these little lines right here. I just made it really big. And then you see that I just duplicated that. She said, yay. Okay. So y'all got this part? Can we move on? If y'all got this part, oh my gosh. Do y'all all have this part? If we have this part on the designing, just type in move on. Just type in move on. While I'm waiting for that, let me tell you guys, for images, for you guys that want to use images inside of your planner. Okay, we ready. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me get to this. Okay. All right. Move on. Okay. All right. So I want to move on to the cover, you guys. I want to talk about the cover and images. This is inside of my planner as well, you guys. All of these images are inside of my planner as well. Those of you guys who have it, you know that I'm flipping through the inside of my planner. I created this cover as well. I just turned the page black and just wrote that in there. And these images came from Canva. So let me explain to you guys about the images from Canva. So I got my little notes here. So for the pictures that you guys use on Canva, if you now this is for using those images and selling them. So if you guys plan to sell more than 2,000 copies of your work, of your book with Canva's images in it, you have to upgrade. You have to buy a multi-license. Okay, you have to buy a multi-license. So from 0 to 2,000, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to get a license. If you plan on selling over 2,000 copies, then you need to upgrade to a multi-license to use Canva's images. Now, if you sell over 250,000 copies of your workbook with Canva's image, over 250,000, you're going to need their extended license. I've never purchased either one of those because I never intend to sell 250,000 of these workbooks, because I actually physically go to the post office and mail these out. That's why I only do a small amount, and I'll talk to you guys about that, about moving physical products as well. I personally don't recommend having physical products just on your website at all time, but I'll talk about that in a minute to help you guys learn how to create a fast stream of income into your business in a short amount of time. That's why I don't have my physical copies on my website, but I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. Okay, so these are the images. Like I said, this was the cover of the book, and this is the back of the book. Here's the cover, and here's the back of the book, right? All right, perfect. Okay, so the next thing, now this may be a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Whatever you guys, look, I need to look in your face when I say this. Whatever you guys don't know how to do, I need you to ask me how to do it. I'm going to show you. This group is going to stay open until tomorrow at midnight. You guys will have all of today. You guys will have all of tomorrow to go back through this, to look at any videos or notes as you guys are working through this. I need you guys to pick my brain. This is what you paid me for, okay? So I'm going to show you guys what to do next. If you need me to show you how to do this, please type in "show me" and I will show you how to do this. I don't want y'all to just see this and you don't know how to do it, and you sitting there saying, "I don't know how to do this." Don't do that. Please don't do that, okay? So you design your workbook in Canva, save it as a PDF, and download it to your computer, right? So that's the second thing that you're going to do. Step 3 is you're going to merge your PDF with the PDF merger. Okay? This isn't true anymore, because you can do it with over 30 pages. Canva used to be where you could only do 30 pages. Now you can do more than 30 pages. But if you create something somewhere else and it's actually not in Canva, if you wanted to upload, I don't know, a sheet that's not in Canva, you could merge all of those sheets together with the PDF merger. Step 4 is use the PDF page clipper to combine all of your files. I know this is the technical side, you guys. Like I said, if you need me to show you how to do this, say so. Don't sit there and not know how to do this. I know how to do this with my eyes closed, you guys. Pull on me, okay? So you're gonna combine your files with the page clipper. Then you're gonna save your file. You're gonna save your file. Then what you're going to do once your workbook is completely done, you have everything in place. Now, if you just printed off your book without, let me see. If you just print off your book without getting it formatted, you will notice a difference. You will definitely see a difference. But I do want to show you guys a workbook that I did not have formatted. This workbook, I created it in Canva. I did not have it formatted. And the reason why I didn't have it formatted was because it was such a simple workbook that I was able to eyeball it and make sure that once it printed out, everything was going to be center. Right? Okay, she said, show me. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so let's do this. All righty. Okay, so let's go back to, here is my planner, right? Here's my planner. Say that my planner is completely done. I'm done. And all of this is done, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to download it. Now, I like to save things to my computer and then, or excuse me, to my desktop, and then I will organize it later. So what I'm going to do is, here's that PDF right there. You see, I just put it over right there. Here is the PDF that I just downloaded. Amanda, is that what you wanted to see? Tell me if that's what you wanted to see, how you download the PDF. Let me know if that's what you wanted to see. Okay, you guys, I actually put this inside of this group as well, but this is the guy that I use to format my books. This is my guy. I love him. 2 pieces. Y'all use him. He's so good, and he's quick. And I believe it cost me $20. I believe it was $20 to have this workbook formatted. Here's the inside of this workbook for those of you guys who don't have it. Here is, ooh. Oh, and the clipper. Oh, and the clipper. Okay. So here's the thing. You may not need okay, here's PDF page clipper right here. PDF page clipper. You click that. Millie, these sheets are actually in this group. So don't worry if you can't see it. If you can't see it on my camera right here, I uploaded these sheets in the group. You guys will be able to see all of that. It's in the group. Okay? So here is the PDF page. And now this is an app that you guys will have to download. So I put the workbook inside there. Oh my gosh, Amanda got serious eyes. Amanda got serious eyes. Okay, so here's the page, here's the PDF page clipper, you guys. So say that you created something in Canva, right? You created something in Canva, but then you have, did you find that format in Fiverr? I did, Sandra. Yep, he's in Fiverr. Yes, ma'am. So say you guys you created this in Workbook in Canva. Say you have another sheet, another piece of paper that you wanted to add in there, which, now hear me out because this is going to sound a little confusing, but I promise you it's not. You can use the PDF page clipper, or you can upload that sheet that you want to add into Canva, right? You can upload that into Canva. So say for instance, that she is showing in the group. Okay, so say that, let me see. Say that you have some questions. You have some questions. Somebody sent you some questions, right? So somebody sent you some questions questions or testimonies that you want to add to your workbook, right? And say that they came to you via DM in Instagram. You can screenshot it, put it inside of Canva by cutting and pasting it, putting it inside of Canva and just doing it like this. Or you can use, the PDF page clipper and add it that way. Now you see, I'm moving things from this PDF and moving it over. You can rearrange pages in here. If there is a page that you wanted to move around, you can move your pages around. You can switch them around. I don't know. Do you guys see that? Do y'all see that? This is just if you want to add another sheet of paper that's not in Canva. Or you can just upload it into Canva and you won't have to do this step. Does that make sense? Amanda, let me know if that makes sense. Okay, perfect. Makes sense? Okay. All right, you guys. So now here's the thing. After you guys send this over to this guy, he's going to get it right on the first try. If he don't get it right, when I tell you he is going to, which he won't not get it right. But I'm telling you, he is going to work with you until that formatting is correct. That only happened to me one time, and it was because of misinformation that I gave him. Not that he did anything wrong. I told him the wrong size of my book, right? And so that was the only reason why I had to go back to him and have it redone. So I believe I paid $20 to have it done. But when I go to Fiverr, you guys, let me say this, because Fiverr is so inexpensive, I always tip whatever they charge me. So if he charged me, I believe it was $25, I do a $25 tip, because what graphic designer can you go into their office and they're going to format an entire book for you for $25 just as gratitude, right? I just double the payment. So that's that on that. So once you send it over to your interior design formatter, then you submit your files to Kindle Direct Publishing. This used to be CreateSpace. Now, I created these books on CreateSpace. I created these two books on CreateSpace, and then Kindle Direct Publishing took over. It's basically the same thing. It's just under new management, okay? So you're going to, once your files are done, you're going to submit them to Kindle Publishing Direct, and then the next step is you're going to wait. And when I tell y'all this right here, Sandra, what is that mind-blowing for? What's that for? Tell me. Yeah, she said we're going to be authors. Yes, I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, so step 8 is you wait. And then step 9 is that You get the approval email and celebrate because you just became a published author. Y'all, this is a big freaking deal. Do you hear me? This is a big freaking deal. When you get that email that says it has been approved. Now, with the approval, what your approval will be is that they're going to, Kindle Direct, they're going to flip through your book. Oh, about how long you have to wait. And the time has actually been shortened. It used to be about 3 days. I got my approval back in like a day and a half. I was like, look at y'all, Kendall. But what was I saying? What was I saying? Get the approval because you're going to, what was I saying? I am so sorry. Get the approval email because, what was I saying? Step 9. Before I read that comment, get the approval email and celebrate because you just became. What did I just turn around the camera to say to y'all? Lord, get the approval email and wait because. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. What you're waiting to get approved for. Thank you so much. So, Kindle Direct is not going to let you publish something that is running off the pages. They're going to thank you, Sandra. They're going to flip through the book and it's going to show you if you have any mishaps, if there is, like, say for instance, if this square right here ran into the margin of the book, that would come up as a red flag. They will not print your book. You have to okay that, right? So say if all three of these are right there, right? But this one is pushed in and it's into that margin. They're going to flag that. And they're going to let you know that when it's printed, it's outside of the margin. They're going to flag that, right? So that's what you're waiting for the approval for. When you get that approval, you can literally flip through your book and it's going to show you exactly how it's going to look when you have it in your hand. Now, I know this class ain't about marketing, but I just want to tell y'all, when you get to this part, when you get the approval email and you are now able to flip through your book, that's when you turn on your camera. Okay. And that's when you record it for your Instagram, for your stories. And you flip through it on your story and say, listen, y'all, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm so excited, get ready. And that's all you got to do. Just show them that you've been working, flip through it. You're going to get people excited to purchase your workbook. All right. So after you get the approval and wait, the next thing you do is you order your proof copies. Listen, once you get this, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to order your proof copy. Now, this is what your proof copy is going to look like. It's going to look exactly like your real book. If you guys can see this, this says not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. This is running through this book, not for sale. This is the author copy. This is the proof copy, right? So let me tell y'all something. Do not get so excited. Do not get so excited and don't order yourself a proof copy, because anything can happen. It happened to me. I was able to flip through on Kindle Direct, but even still, now it's not on this one, but when I got my workbook, it wasn't printed all the way to the margin. And so I'm so glad, as impatient as I am, that I did just order one because I was able to get it fixed before I ordered my big shipment, right? So after you get your approval letter email, they're going to suggest that you order a proof copy. Now, I ordered 2 because I'm anal like that. But so you want to order this. And you also want to order this for marketing purposes. For marketing purposes. Many of you guys saw me flipping through this before I even had it ready to sell, right? And I was doing that the whole time. So when it did come in, you guys were excited to buy it. Did you go back to the formatter to fix it? I did, yes. I did. Yep. I went right back to the formatter. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. It was not the formatter's mistake. It was on Kendall. It was Kendall's mistake for the cover. I'm sorry. For the cover it was. For the interior design that I was mentioning earlier, that was on me. I went back to him. But no, this was on Kendall. When I contacted them and let them know, the girl who answered the phone actually pulled it up and said that she could see it. She said, "I don't know what happened. Don't know why why it printed like that, but I'm going to send you another one." When she sent me the other one, it was correct. And that's when I ordered more copies. Okay. All right. So do not order a ton of copies before you order your big amount. Okay. So you order your proof copies. Once you got your proof copy and everything is good and you love it, that's when you order about 20. Now, this number is relative to your audience, everything, how heavy you guys are out in your working with your people. You guys will know how many to purchase. So order between 25 to 50 copies and sell them over and over and over and over and over and over again. Now, the next thing that I want to share with you guys is for packaging. So, do you guys want to know how to make your book like that? Do you guys want to know how to make your book look like that? That's what I'm going to show you next. This is the fun part. I mean, all of it is fun because you're creating. Okay. So, to make your book look, now I highly suggest you using this little stock photo looking package thing, right? But I also highly recommend you using your own book to sell stuff. What I mean by that is if I just posted this picture on my Instagram, people like lifestyle photos more than they like stock images is basically what I'm trying to say. So I will post this. I definitely will post this, but I will post this and make it pretty on my desk with my coffee, with my pen, with my journal. And then I'll tell you guys to click the link in my bio to purchase this workbook. Lifestyle photos sell a little bit better than stock photos. My opinion, okay? Not opinion, my experience. I will say my experience, not my opinion, my experience. Okay. So now I need you guys, dun, 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 dun. Here is the magic. You guys, write this down, myecovermaker.com. myecovermaker.com. This is where all the juicy magic happens. This, my friend, is where all the juicy magic happens. Right here inside of My E-Cover Maker. Do you guys see where all of my classes are? Do y'all see this? Do you guys see? Do you guys see? Do you guys see? So, here is the cover of the Life Coach's Guide to Building Your Business Brand and Bank, right? So the only thing I did was I uploaded this picture. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't mean to save it. I wanted to finalize it. There you have it. There you have it. So what I did, or what you do, is, you go to myecovermaker.com. Over here, you click on e-cover maker. And this is where you guys see a lot of people that sell stuff online. This is how you see it's packaged, right? So here's the workbooks, and here's an open binder. Here's an open book. See, they give you some to do for free. They give you some to use for free. If you guys ever see my, let me see. Okay, so this is my website right here. So do you guys see this workbook right here? The Life Coach's Guide. What I did was I uploaded that image, and there's the workbook right there. The binder laying open is what this picture is called. And that's how I packaged it on my website. So you upload your picture into that, into myecovermaker.com, and it's going to package your book to look just like that. You guys see this for the CD? See, I have the book here, and then that CD, how I was able to make that CD was on my e-cover. If you scroll down to the bottom, they have CDs. I uploaded that image onto that CD. It turned into that. Do y'all see this? Do you guys see this? And this is what makes things look sharp and packaged, right? And so I've done 4-week courses. And so inside my 4-week course, if it's four audios, I would design this. So if I was doing a 4-week course, if I was doing a 4-week course, I would create a workbook, and then I would create these CDs to show that there's going to be 4 audios that go along with it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You guys, oh my gosh, this was an easy class. This was such an easy class. Tell me y'all got some questions about writing. Oh, last thing that's on my notes. ISBN. Yes, that is a very, very good resource. Everybody write that down, myecovermaker.com. So your ISBN, you guys, your ISBN is basically your social security number for your book, right? This is your ISBN, right? This is your ISBN is like your book's social security number. Now, when you create, when you open up your account on Kindle Direct, they're going to ask you, do you have your own ISBN number? Or you can get one directly from CreateSpace at no cost. So I recommend, if you guys are going to, I'm not a writer, you guys. Being an author is not like my dream. I mean, I have books, right? But I like doing workbooks and things like that. So if you guys, how do I say this? If you guys plan to make this a career, like you like one day want to publish other people's books, you guys know that you can do your own publishing, then I would suggest you buying your own ISBN number. If you get it free from Kindle Direct, you still own all of your content. You still own all of it. They do not own your content. They still own your you still own your content. You're just using that ISBN number. Let me turn this heat off. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions around that? Let me turn this down. Any questions around that part? Oh my gosh, you guys can become an author. Any questions around that part? Yes, Sandra. Yep. So this ISBN then follow you and your other workbooks if you make more than one product. Yes, Sandra. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Exactly. So, what I want to do now, I told you guys how to do a workbook. Now, this is a workbook. Okay. I want to share with you guys how I was able, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with this course, okay? But, I mean, it kind of does. But I want to share with you guys how I was able to write a book in 3 days. Do y'all want to know how to write a book in 3 days? I know we're talking about workbooks, but does anybody have a book on your heart? And I can give you my secret on how I write my books. How I wrote my one book in 3 days. I do a lot of stuff really, really fast. Okay, Millie, listen. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay. Okay, my very first book was called wait a minute. Let me grab it. It's called It's Not a Secret to Success. But I think it would be beneficial if, oh no. I wanted to actually show it. Okay. I don't have it readily on me, but here is what I want to say. Okay. So my first book was called It's Not a Secret to Success. This is how you have my first book, Millie. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So girl, let me tell you how I wrote it in 3 days. Okay. So listen. So Millie, so here's the thing. So what I did was this. I got my best friend on the phone with me. Let me start all over. Take a deep breath, Angel. Because I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay. This is what I did. I wrote down 10 questions pertaining to the success that I was able to achieve, right? So I wrote down 10 questions. I gave those questions to my best friend. Okay? My best friend and I get on the phone and we got on a conference call number and we recorded the conversation. This is how I wrote the book in 3 days. The questions that I gave to her are actually the topics in that book, or actually the chapters. She asked me the question. She put the chapter in question form, how I gave it to her, right? So she asked me the question and I answered it. That's it. That's it. She asked me the question. I answered the question. She asked me the next question. I answered the next question. I took that audio, had it sent over to this guy that transcribes. He transcribed the whole entire conversation. It was very strict. Okay. It wasn't like, hey girl, how are you? It was very intentional. It was question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. So when I sent that audio over to him to have my book transcribed, to have that audio transcribed, when I got it back, it was in book form. It was in written form. So I took those questions and just took the question mark off of it, and that was the title. I'm not a writer. I speak. So I hardly ever sit down here and type anything. I do talk to text. I'm talking. I'm a talker. So I talk most of my books. That is how I write my books, very fast. Did y'all just pick up what I just put down? So this is what you do. You write down some questions. You give them to your girlfriend. You get on a conference call line. You have her ask you the question. And here's the power in doing this. This is number one, I'm not a writer, right? I talk better than I write. Also, as you answer the question, this is when somebody is reading your book and they say, oh my God, I feel like you were talking directly to me, because it's so conversational. So he just literally typed everything that I said. Book was done in 3 days. Done, done, done. Yes, having a transcriber will be very, very good. Absolutely. So that's how I was able to write my first book in a matter of in less than 3 days, actually, because I just spoke it. I literally just spoke it. And so many people spend months and months and months and years on writing books. You guys, I just showed you it don't have to be that much of a tedious process. Y'all got it? Any questions, you guys? Wow. We still have over 30 minutes that I have allotted for this time. Y'all got some questions around creating your workbooks. Questions around creating your workbooks. This is why I love small groups like this, because if we had 34 people in here, I mean, I can handle it, but I love the intimacy. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know. Do you guys have questions? Let me know if you guys have any questions. Is it easy, y'all? Isn't it good? Isn't this easy, easy, easy? It is so easy to become an author. Especially, I mean, we used to have to go through through different channels and get published. Now we can self-publish ourselves. Pricing, where to begin? So, you begin with you. You begin with what you feel as though your work is worth. So, give me an example of what you are thinking about pricing. That will make it easier for me than to just try and throw out some prices. I will tell, as I'm waiting for your answer, Sandra, where did you find Fiverr? The transcriber I found on Fiverr as well. Fiverr, also, you guys write this down, odesk.com, odesk.com. That's another freelance website, and freelance.com. Odesk.com and freelance.com and Fiverr.com are all freelancers that sell their work. So let me tell you my thought process around my work, around my planner. So I sell my planner all day long digitally for $18, right? That's how much I was selling this planner for, $18, before I redid it and all of that. So it was $18 digitally. Hang on for me one second. It was $18 in the digital format, right? So people would buy it, but they'd have to print it, download it and print it, right? Well, with this one, I added more pictures. I added more places for them to, thought-provoking spaces. I also put inside of here a business plan. That one wasn't in the one for $18. I put a business plan in here. What else did I put in here? I put a sales funnel example in here. And then in the back, I put a place for you to keep things simple, just questions to help you stay focused in your business. And a place where you can write your quarter goals, and a place where you can house your passwords, right? Your login and passwords. So, and then I showed you guys, saw the inside of it, right? So my thinking around pricing this workbook was, I sell this planner. I sell this all day long digitally for $18. What I'm going to do, since I added more to it and because it's physical, I'm going to just double the price and add $2. That was it. So I was charging $38 for this. But I'm also thinking about how much I spend on the services to get the physical copy. Okay, that's a good point. Really good point. And let me tell you, that's a really, but I'm also thinking about, it's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Let me say, for the cover, the interior, the formatting. This one I didn't get edited. So if you guys are writing a book, you're going to need an editor. I didn't have an editor because this is just a calendar. But Sandra, for total production, it was under $100. It was under $100 from start to finish, from cover to formatting. It was under $100. I'll probably say it was under $75 from start to finish. So then at this price, you sell 2 of them and you're in profit. After you sell 2, then you're in profit after that. Makes sense? And what is it, Sandra? Is it a workbook? What is it that you're actually creating? Because I know your audience is moms. Is it a workbook? God, that would be so cute. Is it a workbook for moms? I can just see that being cute. You guys, tell me what kind of workbooks you guys are creating. Tell me what kind of workbooks you guys are creating. Okay, a workbook journal. Perfect. Perfect. And also, you guys will get to pick the sizes too. You guys see that these are different sizes. Obviously, you guys know that you'll be able to pick the size itself. This one is 8.5 by 11. I think this one is 8.5 by 10 or something like that. Okay, not sure yet, Millie. Okay, Millie, who's your audience? Tell me who your audience is. Same, workbook and journal. Love it. I love it. And women, you guys, we love journals. We love journals. Workbook and journal for teens, specifically adolescent girls. Oh, I love that. I love that. Let me tell you, as I'm waiting for you guys, let me tell you guys why I do not have physical copies on my website, okay? So when I talk about creating or having your physical products, now this is my personal opinion and the way that I choose to do my business. I'm going to share that with you. Don't do what I do just because I said I did it. Pick out what works for you, right? I want to make that clear because I think sometimes we try and do exactly. But I'm just telling you what I do, and if it works for you, then do exactly what I do. If it doesn't work for you, take some pieces of it and then make it your own, okay? Moving towards women seeking to find their... Millie, you know I love me a life purpose coach. I love me a coach who helps people find their purpose because it is so needed. It's so freaking needed. Oh my gosh, it's so needed. So this is why I don't have my physical books on the website. Okay. So if I had this on my website and one person bought it last night, I'm now going to have to get up, leave my house, and go to the post office for $38. Okay, for $38. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Even if I wake up and 2 people bought it. I sold 2 in the middle of the night. I don't want to get up and package everything and leave my house for 2 workbooks. Now, like I said, to each their own. When I first started, I did not have it set up like this because I was legit selling like 1 to 2 to maybe 5 at a time, right? As you keep going and you keep being consistent and building your brand, So now what I'll do is I'll order a stack of them. I'll order, say, 50 of them, and I'll have a sale for 2 days. Now I'll talk about it all week, and I'll be telling you guys, the physical books are coming, the physical books are coming, the physical books are coming, right? So let me see something. So if I sell, let me see, how does that work? Okay. So if I order 50 of them, right? And I sell all 50 of them in one weekend, I don't mind sending my husband to the post office for a $1,900 order. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Do you see the difference? So I don't want to leave my house for 40 or for 30 something dollars, but I'll leave my house for almost 2,000. So that way it's more valuable. It's worth my time more. Does that make sense? I know that's not going to be everybody's story. But if you don't want to live in the post office, randomly live in the post office, then that's something that you guys can do when you do have your physical books. And then here's the thing. When you do order them and you sell out of them, people are going to know, right? And so I just got an email just literally before I got on here on Instagram, having to tell this girl that I had no more of the planners. She wanted the planner, right? I don't have any more planners. But guess what? When you sell out, you then create a whole pocket full of people that are waiting for your next shipment. Okay, so don't worry about selling out and not having enough for people, because if people want it, trust me, they are going to wait patiently, and you're going to have a pocket of people to sell to when you get that next shipment in. Okay, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that help? Now, I want to talk to somebody who has any fear or trepidation around any of the content that I share with you guys. Anything that I share with you guys that has you hesitant to producing your workbook. Because here's the thing, I gave you guys the how-to, but if up here ain't good, the how-to can't come to fruition. So is there anything that's holding you back? Do you guys have any questions? Is there anything that you're aware of? Because our minds, they pretty, okay? They real pretty. They like to keep us safe. So we got to be real diligent self-development people in order to catch where we're holding ourselves back. So is there any area that you guys are holding yourself back in that would prevent you from moving forward? If it is, let's talk about it. If it is, let's talk about it, because I want you guys to take action. I want to help you guys. I want to be here to help you guys get rid of that negative voice that we all have. So use me. Okay, Amanda, no, great blueprint. Awesome student. Listen. Awesome. No more questions. It's only 2:04, y'all. We only been here for just over an hour. I did a lot for live people, but it's going to be okay. Moving towards yes. I love that. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? I like to ask this whenever I have a group of people that paid me. Is there, if we're done with this, if you guys have no more questions about this, if you do, please post them, okay? Agreeing with Amanda, just putting all my thoughts on paper and believing it will work. Awesome. Okay. This is what I want to share with you guys. This is something that I share with all of my groups that pay to come and be with me. We are in this group for until midnight tomorrow. Okay, at midnight tomorrow, Monday morning, y'all gonna wake up and this group is gonna be gone, okay? But what I want you guys to know and to understand, or what I want to say to you guys is this. This is about creating a workbook, yes. But you guys have been connected to me for some time. If there's any other questions that you guys have, around your business, ask me. You guys have my ear. I want to help you guys be successful in this field, because I'm going to say the most cliche thing ever. If I can do this, I know that you guys can do it. And I also know that sometimes when people are a couple steps ahead of you, it's very beneficial to pick their brain. And you guys obviously like me and trust me, so pick my brain. Pick my brain. Let me help you guys, so you guys have all of today, all of tomorrow. You guys are in this group. If you have a question pertaining to creating a workbook, 100%, I'm here for it. If you guys have a question that you saw me say something or do something last week on Instagram, it didn't make no sense to you, if you want to know why I did it or whatever, ask me. I am yours this whole entire weekend, okay? You guys are going to be inside this group. I got my phone. Y'all on my phone. Y'all going to be on my hip. I can see when y'all talking. I can see when y'all post a question, okay? So use me up. I know this is about creating a workbook, but if you guys have any other questions around something else, I'm willing to share and I want to help you guys. All right? Y'all got that? If there are no questions, no comments, no concerns, number one, y'all were an easy class. Number two, thank you guys for trusting me to come on this journey with you. You guys know I say it all the time. I do not take it lightly. When you swipe that credit card on my website, I do not take it lightly. Y'all go into a little prayer folder. Y'all go into your marketing struggle. Tell me why. Talk to me. You're so welcome, Sandra. Tell me what's struggling about your marketing. Is it the marketing that's struggling, or is it you that's struggling? Because there could be a disconnect. There could be a difference. Because marketing doesn't really struggle. It's the person behind it. So let me ask you, what's really going on? What are you trying to market? That's a good question. What are you trying to market, and what's the struggle behind it? I don't have many people who see my posts and stories, so I'm concerned about how. Are you talking about Instagram? Are you specifically talking about Instagram, Millie? When you say that I don't have many people see my posts and stories, are you talking about Instagram? Absolutely. I use Samcart. Yes, I use Samcart. I love Samcart. One of the reasons why I switched over to Samcart is because of the upsell factor. I 100% love Samcart. Okay, Instagram. So here's the thing with that, Millie. So the social media platforms that work for us are the ones that we work. Like, people say to me, Angel, how did you get followers on Instagram? Because I paid attention to it. Nobody asked me how did I get likes on YouTube? I mean, on Facebook. Nobody ever asked me that, because I'm not on Facebook that much, right? I don't. What you pay attention to is what's going to work for you. So really pick a platform, Millie, that works for you. Everybody in here should be on YouTube. Everybody in here should be on YouTube. I'm going to say it again. Everybody in here should be on YouTube. You need to position yourself to be on the other end of somebody's Google search. And YouTube is an amazing way to do that. Millie, you're not afraid of the camera. So I don't know if you have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I don't know if you have a YouTube, or if you had one. So, yes. Okay. So your marketing is going to work. Once you know who your audience is, you stay consistent with it, and you keep showing up and giving that valuable content and that valuable information. You're okay. You had one. Get back on there. Get back on there. I don't know if you guys were on with us this morning on Instagram. But people were saying, "Oh, I found you on YouTube. I found you on YouTube." Y'all, let me tell you something. I have a client that I'm working with right now who found me 2 weeks ago on YouTube, just 2 weeks ago, and bought my highest course to work with me. Just 2 weeks. And most people will say that you need to be studies have shown that you need to be seen at least 6 to 9 times. People need to see you between 6 to 9 times before they make a purchase. This person saw me 2 times in 2 weeks and purchased $3,000 worth of products. YouTube is very powerful. Okay, so what other apps do I use? Okay, I really don't use a lot. So the other apps that I use is Fonto. So when you guys see all of my posts that I post on Instagram is my Fonto. It's Phonto. I use Fonto to create my posts on Instagram. I also use, not very often, but I also use WordSwag. WordSwag is another one. So I use Fonto, Phonto, and I use WordSwag. That's another one. As far, those are the apps that I actually use. I don't even have a whole lot of, what camera do you use? I use a Canon T3i, but I want to say this. If you don't have the finances to invest in a really good camera right now, your phone will be just as good, you guys. What type of equipment, cameras, etc. Girl, listen, I got a whole, I do have a video on it, but I'll show you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys, I also too have a whole blog. I have a whole blog showing the list of everything that I use. So this is the YouTube, this is my Canon, what is it? It's a Canon T3Ti, and this is the ring light that I use, right? Let me see what other questions y'all got. I use my iPhone for everything. Yup, see, yup, my iPhone and ring light, yup. And I have an iPhone 8. Come on now, yup. I'm 4 whole generations behind. I love it. I love it. That's so funny. I think I have a 10. And I think the next one, the next generation, I don't have the latest one. I think I'm like a generation behind, but whatever. It works. It works. Now, I used to say this, you guys. I used to say, I don't care what kind of equipment you have, just get on YouTube. I don't say that anymore. I say take YouTube serious. Make it a production. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? This is my whole YouTube section right here. This is a whole YouTube section. And not only is it a YouTube section, I also get to write this off. Do you guys understand? Are y'all writing stuff off? We are all working from home. We're working from home. Get you a good accountant that's going to make sure that you are being compensated from working from home. Okay? Make sure that you guys have a good accountant that's going to make sure that you get all of your benefits from working from home. Okay? This is kind of off topic, but is there a reason why on Instagram you aren't following anyone, or is that your private settings? So Millie, listen up. Listen up. People ask me this question. It's so funny. Okay, so I have this motto of, I do what they do. Okay? I've been considering to do that. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, so I have this motto where I say, I do what they do, right? They are the people that are successful in my eyes. In my eyes, Oprah Winfrey, very successful. Who does she follow? I love Beyonce, very successful. Who does she follow? Nobody. Nobody. Right? And so I have this thing that if I see, like Oprah Winfrey said she makes her bed 6 days a week. Okay? Oprah Winfrey said, I make my bed 6 days a week. On Sundays, I don't. I can't tell you the last time I made my bed on a Sunday. I do what they do. I don't know why. I don't know what not making my bed on a Sunday is really doing for me. I don't know. I don't know. Oprah just said she did it, so I do it. Oprah doesn't follow anybody, so I don't follow anybody. I just recently stopped using hashtags. Did y'all nosy butts recognize that? Did y'all little nosies recognize that I just recently stopped using hashtags? Now that I did as a little test run, trial run. Did you guys notice that? That I actually just started doing maybe 3 weeks ago. I'll have to go back into my Instagram to look, but I no longer even, I no longer even use hashtags, okay? Now y'all ready for why I stopped using hashtags? I know, y'all gonna be like, Angel, you be just doing too much. Okay, so Jay-Z has a line in one of his songs, and he says, and she said, nope, my nosy tail didn't. So this is why. Amanda, this is why I told y'all I do what they do. I don't even think Jay-Z even has an Instagram, okay? But Jay-Z has a line in his song that says, F your hashtags and retweets. I'm the king up in these streets. So one day I was driving in my car and that song came on. And when that line came in and said, fuck your hashtags and retweets, I said, well, you know what? F my hashtags. I'm not using them. I don't know why, y'all. I do what they do, and it brings success. Success leaves clues. Millie, I know you done heard this, preached it, okay? Success leaves clues. I just look at what really, really, really successful people do, and I do what they do. And sometimes not even fully understanding it. Like, why haven't I made my bed in years on a Sunday? Because Oprah said it. I don't know. I just think like magically, like, I'm going to tap into her vibe or something. I don't know. I've just always said to myself, I'm going to do what they do. When I had my cleaning business, that's when it dawned on me, you guys. When I had my cleaning business years ago, I didn't have money. I didn't have the money to have a house that looked like my clients. But what I did know, this is when it started for me, you guys. Oh, this is when it started for me. When I was cleaning houses, I was on welfare. And I was cleaning houses and I'm in everybody's house and I'm like, dang, these people got some money. Oh my gosh, how did they have this much money? Da, da, da. And I'm thinking, one thing that all these people have in common is that their house is clean. At that time, my house was trifling, y'all. When I tell y'all I used to keep a dirty house, I used to keep a dirty house. When I came home that one day from work, I was like, Angel, clean your house. Get your house together. I was like, that's it. That's one thing I can do. I don't have the money to go buy the house that they're living in right now. But what I can do is I can at least clean my little apartment that I was living in. And that's what I did. And that's where that motto, I do what they do, started for me. That's where it started. I just started doing what successful people do, right? In the beginning stages, it's hard to, yes, it's very hard to undo later. Yeah. So I actually had somebody send me a message and said to me that she was on my newsletter and that she wasn't connected to me on Instagram. But when she clicked the link in my newsletter to go over to start following me on Instagram, she said, you turned me completely off. I'm telling y'all, okay, because y'all paid to hear me tell this story, okay? So somebody asked me the same question Millie did. Why don't you follow anybody on Instagram? So she told me, she sent me an email. She didn't ask me why didn't I. That's not even what she did. She sent me an email and said to me, Angel, I just went over to your Instagram to start following you. I realized that you weren't following anybody, and that completely turned me off. She said that completely turned me off, as if she said, what that says to me is that you feel as though you're too good to follow anybody. I'm like, ma'am, 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 this is you on social media. And because you don't see that I follow somebody, you think I'm too, that's what that said to you? I said, whoa, you spend way too much time on social media, baby. I said, did you ask Beyonce how come she doesn't follow anybody? Or send Oprah an email and ask them how come she doesn't follow anybody? I sure did. I asked her. I said, perhaps you want to ask them as well, because they don't follow anybody either. Do they think that they're too? Yeah, y'all. So that's why I just do what they do. I just do what successful people do. And it works. It works. It works. It works. It works. And I got to say this too. I will say this. Now, that was just one situation. That was just one situation. I do believe that sometimes that can look attractive to people. Sometimes that looks attractive to people. They deem you to be some kind of expert, and now they want to attach themselves to you too, because you're not following anybody and you have all of these. Y'all, it's crazy. Still be on. Exactly. And I say it all the time. Just because I don't follow anybody on Instagram don't mean that I don't follow nobody on Instagram. I'm always, when you guys like my stuff, I'm coming over to your page. If I like you, I'm going to say something. I know it's a lot of successful people don't follow anyone. Yup. Yup. So that's it. That's why I just do what successful people do. This is something so small. I know it is something so small, but I'm gonna tell you guys, this is something else that I did when I was broke, and I did it when I still didn't have the money, but I knew that successful people did it. How many of y'all used to go to the gas station but wouldn't fill your tank up? Be like, give me 10 on 7. Give me 5 on 11. Give me 10 on 11. I was like, wait a minute. Successful people don't go to the gas station and put $10 on it, because that means they got to come right back in a couple of days. They fill it up. I started filling my gas tank up, you guys. I know it may be nothing to y'all. It may be nothing to y'all, but that was something that I had to do, right? She laughing. That was something that I had to do, because me and my broke girlfriends, please get 10 on that, and I'm gonna take my other 10 and I'm gonna go buy something else. Right? That was a welfare mentality. And I started filling my gas tank up. I know it's something so simple, but it's what I had to do. It's what I had to do, y'all. I grew up on welfare. Not only did I grow up on welfare, but then when I became a young adult, I got on welfare myself. So to go from welfare to making over $10 to $11 to $13,000 a month, over 6 figures a year, that takes a whole lot of retraining of the brain. Do you understand? That takes a whole lot of retraining of the brain. And y'all laughing at me. Y'all saw my little money wallet and my little money rug and my little money socks. Y'all laughing at me, but I got to do what I got to do to keep this money consciousness going. Yes. So that is my little story around that. Any other nosy questions while you guys got me? Any other questions? I'm joking, y'all, but do you guys have any more questions as we come to the close of our session today? And like I said, you guys, please, yeah, she said manifest that shit. I love it. I know that's right. I love it. I love it. Yes, manifest that shit. I love it. As you guys are working this weekend, listen, here is my brain. Pretend this is my brain. Look, I even have a for real picture. I wanted a brain in here. I legit wanted a brain in my workbook, okay? Oh, can't show you that brain because that brain's got stuff on it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me show you guys this. Wait a minute. So, let me show you guys. Okay, so I was going to show you. Here's my brain. Oh, I turned it around. Here's my brain. I was going to show you. Here's my brain. Here's my brain. Here's my brain. My brain is in your hand. Use my brain. But Sandra, this is so perfect. I'm so upset that I didn't even include this or show you. So, for the cost of this workbook, you guys will see once you guys open your account, you guys will be able to see how much your cost is going to be, depending on if you want your book in color on the inside or not, right? So I wanted my book in color. If I did not get this book in color, my cost for this book would have been $2.15. Did y'all hear me? My cost would have been $2.15 for this book, but I wanted it in color. So my cost for this book is $7.08, right? So $7.08. I sell it for $38. So every single one that I sell, my profit is $30.92. Okay, $30.92. Okay, so because I wanted this in color, it's $7. This one is not in color. Do you guys see this? This one is not in color. This workbook cost me $2.15 to buy. I sell this for $47 all day. This cost me $2.15 because it's all black and white inside. It's all black and white inside. $2.15. This one cost me $7.08 because I wanted it to be color on the inside. This one was $7.08, $2.15. I sell this for $47, sell this one for $38. Multiple streams of income, y'all. Let's get it. Let's work. Any questions before we end, you guys? Any questions, comments, or concerns before we end on today? And again, I'm going to say this until this black face can turn blue, okay? You guys will be in here until tomorrow at midnight. As you guys are working, I want you guys to ask me questions if you have a problem. Ask me a question. I will be in here so daggone quick. As soon as I get the notification, swoop in here, help you guys. It doesn't matter what question it is, you guys. You guys have my attention all weekend. Y'all just have me all weekend. So whatever you guys need help with, as you guys hang up from this and you go start working, or you go see something on my YouTube and you want to know why, just like Nosy Millie asked me that question, Angel, why don't you follow anybody on Instagram? Getting those strategies are so beneficial. You are so welcome. Everybody, y'all so welcome. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna say it one more again before I end. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns as you guys are moving forward, you guys have my brain. I want you guys to pick it all weekend. I want y'all to pick my brain all weekend long because I want y'all to win. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to be successful. If this girl who failed the 9th grade 3 times, never graduated from high school, never got a high school diploma or a GED, can make this thing happen, you guys can make it happen too. And I'm willing to tell you guys how to make it happen. All right, you guys, it is 2:30. I am going to ask that everybody put a 1 in the chat if we're done. And I'm going to wait for 4 ones because I need to know that everybody is done. If you are not done, post, hold on, Angel, I have a question, because there is a delay. If you're done, post the number 1. I'll see you guys over the weekend. If you guys have a question, post, hold on. Okay, I got 1, number 1. I appreciate you too, Millie. I appreciate you too. Okay, I got 2 number ones. I'm going to say it. I got 3 number ones. And I got my 4th number 1. I got all 4 ones, y'all. I'm going to say it one more time. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns with whatever you guys see me do over this weekend, please come in here and say, Angel, why you do that on Instagram? Why did you post that on your story? What was your thinking behind that? What's your strategy for that? Use me, you guys. I love y'all. I'll see you guys really, really soon.